Jose Rizal, a national hero of the Philippines and the first Asian nationalist, he expressed the growing national consciousness of many Filipinos who opposed Spanish colonial tyranny and aspired to attain democratic rights. Rizal's arrest. The brewing revolution, the sudden arrest, and deportation of Rizal to Dapitan gave birth to the Katipunan. It was organized when all hopes for the new spirit under La Liga Filipina were aborted. Andres Bonifacio, an ardent follower of Rizal who was also a founding member of the La Liga Filipina, opted to push the separation of Philippines from Spain through a revolution. Rizal's trial. Rizal was subjected to grueling 5-day investigation on November 20, 1896. He was informed of charges against him. He answered the questions asked by Judge Advocate Colonel Francisco Olive, but he was not permitted to confront who testified against him. Rizal's arraignment, December 11, 1896. He did not question the jurisdiction of the court. He had nothing to amend except that during his exile in Dapitan in 1892, he had not dealt in political matters. He had nothing to admit on the charges against him. He had nothing to admit on the declarations of witnesses he had not met nor know against him. On December 13, 1896, while in detention, Rizal released a manifesto that he denounces the revolution and condemned Katipunan for using his name without his permission. On December 26, 1896, in the actual trial in the Hall of Banners of Cuartel de Espana, he was accused of 3 crimes: rebellion, sedition, illegal association, with a penalty of life imprisonment, death for rebellion and sedition, correctional imprisonment, and a fine of 325 to 3,250 pesetas for illegal associations. In Rizal's 12-point defense are the following. As testified by Pio Valenzuela, Rizal was against rebellion. He had written a letter addressed to the Katipunan comprising revolutionary elements without his knowledge. His name was used by the Katipunan. If he really was guilty, he could have escaped while he was in Spain. If he was guilty, he should have left the country while in exile. He shouldn't have built a home, bought a parcel of land, or established a hospital in Dapitan. If he really was the leader of the revolutionists should have consulted him. He did not deny that he wrote the bylaws of the Liga Filipina. But to make things clear, the organization was a civic association, not a revolutionary society. After the first meeting of La Liga, the association vanished because of his exile in Dapitan. If the La Liga was reorganized 9 months later, he had no idea about it. If the La Liga had a revolutionary purpose, then Katipunan should not have been organized. If the Spanish authorities found his letters having bitter atmosphere, it was because in 1890 his family was being persecuted, resulting to the disposition of properties and deportation of all his brother-in-law. He lived an exemplary life in Dapitan. The politico-military commanders and missionary priests in the province could attest to that. If he really was for the revolutionary, then why did the Katipunan send an unfamiliar emissary to him in Dapitan? It is so because all his friends were aware that he never advocated violence. Rizal's last day. Rizal spent his last 24 hours in his death cell, where he received members of his family and wrote his letters for farewell. The first one to his second brother, Ferdinand Blumentritt.